great name, yeah. Larry Vee. What's up, everybody? I'm with the amazing, the talented Larry Vee.
Hi.
So, Larry, how did you start performing? What got you into performing?
Well, juggling.
Cool.
I learned how to juggle. What else was I going to do? It's not as if I can create energy with it, right?
Right. Now that would be something. Like, how did you start juggling? Did somebody you see, or a performer, or family?
Never knew a good juggler until maybe 10 years or so after I learned how to juggle. I just picked up some oranges and started playing around with them and had to juggle 2 with one hand and then 2 with the other hand. And then guess what? Then I figured out that I could juggle 3 by just alternating hands. Of course, I was throwing in reverse cascade, so my form wasn't quite right.
But you juggled.
That's
did it.
Right. And
who cares how you do it? You do it.
I didn't know how to do it the conventional way, so I learned some unusual things.
Awesome. That's cool. High five. So tell me, you are a showman, that's for sure. When you're on stage, it is so much fun to watch. You are funny, you are witty, you have like this awesome sense of humor. Where do you get all this? Where did this like showman, where did this all start?
I started by just juggling to music, and then I figured out a few lines to say, and I really started performing when I was about 25. Even
Wow.
I started juggling when I was 13.
Uh-huh.
So let's see, that was, I'm not going to say how many decades ago.
It's amazing. You do this thing on a unicycle, you spin a hula hoop, and you juggle, what is it, 2 balls while spinning a basketball or something?
Well,
that is wild.
The unicycle trick is spinning a hula hoop while spinning a ring around the wrist and juggling 3 balls.
Okay, that's it. What got you to make this trick?
Well, I learned how to unicycle, and of course I learned how to juggle on the unicycle, and then I started spinning hula hoops while juggling, and spinning hula hoops on the balancing board while juggling. And
you like the hula hoop?
I just like the hula hoop, yes. And it wasn't all that hard to spin a hula hoop on a unicycle. There are other people who do that.
But you definitely have a charisma and a fun character on stage. You're good with the ladies. I see you like to dance with the ladies on stage.
Okay, I should post the video of that show last night.
That was a fun show. I have a clip with you with the pogo stick. Mm-hmm. You're doing the pogo stick and you're juggling clubs. Mm-hmm. That was wild. How'd you get into that?
Well,
pogo stick.
When I first learned how to juggle at the age of 13, we had a pogo stick, and I figured, well, I'll try juggling while on the pogo stick. That was my big finale when I performed in junior high school.
Wow.
It wasn't all that hard. If you learn how to strap yourself onto a pogo stick, it's not too hard to juggle on it if you're anywhere near decent at juggling.
Yeah. Have you any wild experiences doing those acts on stage?
Well, I did once. Used to do a routine where I started. My first routine was juggling an apple, cucumber, and lettuce. And I did one slip on a piece of cucumber that somehow had stayed on the floor when I was on the 6-foot pogo stick.
Oh no! Yeah. On the 6-foot pogo stick.
Yeah. So I fell off the pogo stick in a show.
Whoa!
I broke the pogo stick and didn't know it.
Oh wow!
Because when you lose balance on a pogo stick, you instinctively fight to retain balance and put a lot of stress on the pogo stick.
Yeah.
And that's what happened that time.
Wow. It's definitely non-conventional stuff. What got you into that? Why stuff that's different?
Well, mainly because I didn't know what I was doing. I taught myself, and I figured out my own.
Wow, you're self-taught.
And of course, if I had it to do over again, I would be a little bit more have started a little bit more conventionally.
Yeah. What would you have done differently?
Well, would have learned to cascaders after I started juggling.
You did
Yeah.
For 13 years, you did the opposite way?
Yeah,
That's funny.
Then I finally met another good juggler.
He's like, hey, it's like actually like this.
That's right. Yes.
That's so cool, though. You have your own way of doing things.
Yeah.
Tell me
Yeah.
this. What's up with the belt buckle? You said Larry on the belt buckle.
Well, it'd be silly for me to have a belt buckle that said Charlie, right? My sister gave me that belt buckle.
It's an awesome belt buckle.
I think in the 70s, and
You wear it every show?
well, I do usually use it in shows, and I keep buying new belts for it. The belts only last so long.
Right. But the buckle's great. The
Thank you.
buckle looks great. On stage, nice and flashy. What's your favorite prop?
Gee, my favorite prop.
Pogo stick?
I never thought of thinking what my favorite prop is, but
Right.
maybe the unicycle.
I like the unicycle too.
Right.
It looks really cool when you do the unicycle and the hula hoop. And I've never seen a guy do that with the 3 balls. It's definitely nice to see someone that does combination tricks. You prefer that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's it like being on stage with the unicycle and all the combination tricks and the audience? Like last night when you did Renegade and they're going crazy. How does that feel?
Oh, that was great last night. That was an excellent audience. I'm not always any good.
But they love you, I mean, you don't have to be the world's great juggler. You don't have to be the crazy technical skills that they have these guys these days. I mean, really, all you need to be is likable and fun on stage, and you have that, like, charisma,
Well,
that showman. And it's so much fun to watch. Like, the comedy that you had was just on top. Do you work on your own comedy?
Well, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have lots of notebooks.
A lot of notebooks, huh?
Yeah, a lot.
Do you write a lot of notes on comedy?
Yeah. I haven't put it on computer yet.
Nice. Old school, right to paper.
Right.
What's your favorite comics?
George Carlin.
That's what I was just
Robert
going to say.
Klein,
George Carlin, nice.
Yeah, George
Good
Carlin
stuff.
is dead now, isn't he?
Wow.
Well, yeah, I like Steve Martin.
Yeah, good stuff.
Definitely comedy is very important in my show.
Well, most people look at it as like when they do juggling, they want to do an artistic way of doing things. They want to have some kind of, sometimes they take it very serious, but you take a very fun and comedy juggling on stage.
Well, let's just say that I think that a performer is in some ways a leader.
Okay.
The leader of, we might say, a party or a group of people who are having fun. If you're sitting around at a party and talking and maybe telling jokes or just talking and laughing, that to me is very much like a show is, except the performer is a leader.
Okay. You feel like when you're on stage, you feel like to be that leader?
Yeah.
You like having that limelight?
Yep. Yeah. Of course, sometimes momentarily other people take the lead. People who talk with you, or even hecklers.
Whoa, hecklers.
Sure.
You have hecklers that heckle you?
Oh yes. Not very much, because I work more kids shows than adult shows.
Do the kids ever heckle? Like,
Yes.
come on. Come on, get with the juggle.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with hecklers?
Well, best thing to do is to either, I don't know.
It's fun though, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
you talk to them and you talk to everybody else, and you, hopefully
you're able to finish your show and do your trick.
Either get them on your side or shut them the hell up.
Yeah. Way to go on that one. That's what I'm talking about. And how long did it take you to learn some of the tricks you did? For instance, you did the rollo bolo, right?
Right.
Got on the rollo bolo. How old are you? Can I ask?
Oh, gee. Well, I very clearly remember Eisenhower.
When you got on the rollerbolo, it was like, wow, this guy is all over the place. And then you said, wait a minute, hold on, the lighting's not good. I think I'm going to turn it this way. It's like you didn't even care if the audience was watching or not. You wanted to make sure it was good for you. Instead of facing the audience, you turned sideways to them, which means they won't really see the trick as much.
Well, in fact, I figured I turned 3/4.
So you went halfway. You went halfway.
Yeah.
That was the idea.
Yeah, because there were some red lights or orange lights, and I had some red balls, and I figured I
Can't see the red with the red lights, right?
I wasn't going to do it facing that way. As I recall, I made the joke about being a decrepit old man. That's because I'm a decrepit old man. And not having great eyesight.
Yeah. Where do you come up with these jokes?
Well, that one was easy. I often make jokes about being a decrepit old man. Because remember, I clearly remember Eisenhower. Well,
yeah.
Okay, I'm 67.
67. Wow, man. That is awesome. Way to go. So when you're on stage and you got that roar, I mean, when you did that rollerbolo act and you were juggling, the audience just went crazy for you. And how does that feel? I mean, obviously sometimes it can throw you off, right? When you get too much of a roar, it can kind of get to you. But you're so used to it, man. You're a rock star. You're up there and people are just going insane.
Yeah, well, sometimes I'm like a rock star at the Jugglers Festival.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not always like that.
Yeah.
And that was a very good audience.
Oh yeah, you're definitely fun to watch. You've been doing this juggling from these IJs a long time, yeah? How long have you been coming to these festivals?
Well, this is my first one since '97, by the way. That's 21 years ago.
You're kidding me.
That's the truth, yes. I went to a whole bunch of festivals. I went all of them from '77 to '83.
Wow.
And then
I was born in 1983.
Yeah, so I've been going to Jugglers Festival since before you were born. Okay.
Good stuff. But tell me this, when you're on stage and you're performing now, what's it like coming there 20 years later and doing the show?
Well,
and getting that crowd going crazy for you last night. It was awesome.
It's very gratifying to know that people still remember me and, and people still appreciate me.
What has juggling given back to you?
Well, gee, juggling, going to these festivals has given me a way to improve as a performer, which is another way of saying stealing comedy. Although I actually don't usually steal punchlines, I steal techniques.
Well, you have a very unusual technique.
I suspect that the way I brought the volunteer up on stage and danced with her, she wasn't a volunteer, I dragged her.
That was great. She loved it, man.
Yeah,
you got those moves. Where'd you learn how to dance so good?
Oh, now go. Now you're kidding me.
You know how to pick your volunteers too. She was quite the looker, and you were like, well, yeah.
You know what?
You're definitely. Are you a ladies' man? Did a lot of girls after the show?
Oh, I'm not. I'm not going to answer that one. But I've learned how to pick a volunteer.
But I know that women love it when a guy can dance, and you got it.
You know, the people who are watching this video should see the video of me dancing.
Yeah.
I am definitely not a great dancer.
No, it's not. You're great, man. Come on, you're so modest. It was just fun to you were having fun, she was having fun, the audience was having fun. That's what it's about, right?
I'm a funny dancer, I like to think.
A funny dancer.
Yes.
Right.
The dancing is my comedy.
When you were performing and you were doing juggling, how has this whole thing, now being 21 years, coming back to IJA and also doing it back in the 70s and 80s, what's that like? How does it feel to be juggling at this age? And
Well,
how does it feel to be juggling at, say, 67?
I'm 67, I'm not 97.
Oh my God, that was a good belly laugh. But how does it feel to be juggling on a unicycle? I literally saw you on a unicycle, spinning a hoop around you and juggling the three balls. And you're 67 years old. Let me tell you something. At 67, I want to be honest with you, I hope I'm doing that.
Well, that is tough on the cardiovascular system.
But chicks dig it. Chicks dig it, man.
Yeah, when I practice, I do the tricks as long as I possibly can until I drop. Sometimes I really get exhausted and really get my heart going.
Wow.
And when I practice, especially that trick, that's probably the most exhausting trick that I do.
How long do you practice that trick?
Well, I keep the trick going as long as I possibly can, and sometimes I catch the balls, the hula hoop in the ring, and stop and stay up on the unicycle. No.
Well, what happens when you drop it? How do you pick it up?
Well, then I have to get down and I stop counting.
Don't you have like a bucket of stuff? You just like go?
No, because on a unicycle,
It's good exercise to get down and come back up.
You don't want to stay on the unicycle for too long, especially when you idle. See,
Why?
Idling is going back and forth, back and forth,
Yeah.
back and forth. So that really exhausts you, even when you're not doing a hula hoop and other tricks at the same time.
Yep. I know for a fact, I do unicycle, tall 10-foot unicycle, and it's like when you're doing this unicycle back and forth, you can really feel the cardio. But you're doing it with a hula hoop, juggling 3 balls, 67 years old. That's awesome.
And spinning the hula hoop.
Yes. Oh, the ring.
Right.
Yeah.
And
spinning the ring.
the ring, yes.
Yeah, spinning the ring. Life of juggling, what has it given back to you, performing?
Well, it's given me some money and given me a lot of fun, and it's given me a certain amount of not exactly fame, but maybe I should say notoriety, especially with jugglers. So I've had an interesting life, still having it.
Yeah. You're a fun guy. It's always fun. It's great to see you live on stage. Did you actually make that costume?
I sort of designed it.
And you like to always wear that same red
Yeah,
shirt?
I can't think of anything better that I can spin hula hoops around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's you've actually tried different other shirts, and that's the best shirt to spin hula hoops around?
Definitely I can't have a jacket or a vest or anything to spin hula hoops around.
So you need that kind of shirt.
Yeah.
But what do the ladies think about the shirt? They like
Well,
it? The ladies like it? Got the guns? You ready to go?
The guns?
Yeah, when you take off the muscles. Muscles.
Okay.
That's the new lingo, the guns.
Well, I have gotten a little flabby in the past 10 years or so.
Yeah, but that really is a very circus, costume. That's it shows a lot,
Yeah,
So when you're out there, it's whoa.
And you might want to know that the rhinestones are real rhinestones.
Bling bling. Schwarzskis, yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. Those are the real deal. That's awesome. You got Schwarzskis, you got the red, you got everything. You got the juggling props, you got all the cool combinations. Honestly, I don't ever seen a juggler like you.
Thank you.
That's pretty awesome.
I think.
No, I'm saying.
That's cheating. That's all. I think you went in for the kid. Oh, this is great. Run for your life! Yes! Woo! That was amazing!
Well, Larry Vee, thanks for sitting down and talking to me.
Oh, thank
Check him
you.
out, Larry Vee. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time.